Welcome back to Attack on Titan Anime Review Special number 5. This is reviewing the 106th chapter in the manga, Military Volunteers. Starts off with, I think this is supposed to be the forces of Morley. They look like they're coming to Paradise Island, and then they're run out of the ocean by Eren in his Titan form. Yep. It's kind of referred to as the Attack Titan, that's kind of one of its names. But yeah, I like the Attack Titan. Yeah. So he brings the ship to shore, and then you see Hughes. Well, Hugh anyway, just like welcoming in there. And like everyone's like, oh yeah, let's speak friends. And of course he brings up the fact I think it was this guy here. He says drop your weapons. Apparently this person is like turning against them. Apparently there's a mutant. He says let's have tea. And of course the Eren somehow getting out of his Titan form. So like okay, he's like back there. Apparently, this looks like takes place before they left for Morley because they're all wearing their time skip uniforms. Yeah, pre-time skip survey uniforms. And we have he was looking over this nice weaponry, and of course, as people brings up the fact they have the armored Titan, and to the beat in the Colossus Titan is when they have the female Titan. Yep. It's a nice little conversation, a great little flashback, and then we see the Beast Titan just pop out of the ocean like he's freaking Godzilla. It's like, oh crap, it's the Beast Titan. Yep. And then we cut to a trial. Well, I think it's like a hearing. He says that Zeke Jigger, basically Eren's half brother, he says as follows: to be accepted in Paradise Island, Zeke has spent his remaining years here, and to be introduced to Eren Yeager, his half-brother and current owner of the original power of Titan. In return, he'll guarantee the safety of Paradise Island, promise new technology weapons. Yeah, pretty much this trial is kind of the reason why they were so advanced in the previous arc. That's simply what this chapter is. Oh look, even Don Praxis making an appearance. Yeah, great to see the guy. Can't exactly see him, but yeah, there he is. There's Don Praxis. I can tell right away that's Don Praxis. It's great to see the guy. Yep. It's mostly a pretty good trial. Mitsuka says some things, not nice things about Eren, and of course talks about the Titans, all of the other stuff. And then we see like more ships coming to shore. Then being stopped by the Colossal Titan. Yep. Excuse me. Yeah. Stopped with the Colossal Titan, and so it looks like building more construction of more homes, and then near the shoreline, more like interchanging stuff, like having exchange weapons and stuff. It's really nice. It's a nice little thing that takes place during the gap. And then we jump ahead straight to the present, where Sasha's already dead, and we're just mourning over her death. Plus the it says that like there was eight other people who died aside from Sasha. Apparently, then we see Armin, who's underground the city. And he talks to Annie. Yep, Annie is apparently still in that crystal after 4 freaking years. I'm kind of like, okay, why is she still in this thing? I mean, how should she woke up? She has like, can you wake up, please? See some celebration. We see Zeke talking to Levi. Apologies about that. Anyways, I got stuff he knows. Alright. See them talking, and see like the 2 people who stowed away on board the blimp in the previous chapter. See Mitsuka at a gravesite, and it looks like Eren in a cell, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be Eren in a cell. Telling they should keep on fighting. If you want to live, like, I think it's like Mitsuka and Eren sort of connecting to each other. It says, if you lose, you die. If you win, you live. If you don't fight, you can't win. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. It's kind of a little connecting, little ending. It's nice. It's nice to that. And then the thing says, and thus begins walking on their separate paths to be continued in the next issue. I got to admit, this was a really necessary chapter to have, especially since the flashback did kind of explain of how in the world that the character was so technologically advanced during the course of time skip. So pretty much most of this chapter, you can kind of say it takes place between chapters, I'd say 90 and 91. Yep, because, well, when we jump off to 91, the 4-year time skip's already happened. And so, but the flashback kind of loosely, I would definitely say, kind of fills in that gap exactly what happened, but still doesn't show in the flashback of how and when Eren got into the country of Morley. And apparently they're trying to form alliance with several other countries, which apparently are still around. Oh yeah, and the whole thing of, oh yeah, people behind the walls, they're apparently the only thing left for humanity. Yeah, that it was actually a big fat lie. Yep. So the premise at the start of the series is that people behind the walls are apparently the only survivors of humanity. Yeah, that is by far revealed to be nothing more than a lie, because if you're the country of Morley, and think that Morley is the only country, apparently there are several other countries still around. As for how many countries, I have no idea. Also, one thing about this arc is that there's not many Titans. I mean, aside seeing Eren's Titan and the base Titan, excuse me, there's literally like no other Titans in this entire chapter. Yeah, and the thing about this particular arc, there's not many Titans seen. Yeah, those Ram Titans you see during the first like 90 or so chapters of the series, yeah, they've been absent for a good like the past 16 chapters. Yep. So, what do I give this chapter? I get this chapter a 9.5 out of 10. It's really good, and it has that feel of how the series was before the time skip, which it was really appreciative that the writer actually took time to do that, to actually have the feeling that you feel like you're actually in the pre-time skip years, and now you're in the post-time skip, where apparently it looks like Eren's in like in a jail cell. It's not definitively showing. You see him you see a couple times briefly in the present, but in the past looks like he's still on good terms with everybody. But maybe he went because of the fact what happened, because he apparently killed civilians, and oh yeah, he also ate a corpse when he was in his Titan form. Half the time the guy can barely remember exactly what happens in this Titan form. Not everybody does, but yeah. It's nice to see Armin go in his Titan form, because since he's gotten it, he's only assumed it like in like the main present day stuff. He's only went in this form like once the entire time he's been seen. And it looks like in this chapter it's a little bit more formed, his colossal form, but not as more complete like it was when Briner, when Barnet was the Cloud Titan. It's not as complete. It's still an incomplete Titan, but it looks a lot better than it was the first couple times he actually assumed it. Okay, so that's it for this particular review. Do I have any more videos planned for today? Not that I can think of. No, this was actually one of 3 I was planning to do today anyway. So this is the last special I was planning on doing, unless of course I have something else planned. I might be planning another video today, but who knows? But this is the only one I was definitely planning on doing anyways. But yeah, so great chapter. Can't wait for next month's chapter, which will be chapter 107, so expect to see a review of that. Plus, also this month, you can expect to see reviews for the next OVA, which is going to be airing, I think it's coming out about 2 weeks. Yeah, next coming 2 weeks. And then, about 3 weeks from now, expect to see the return of the Attack on Titan anime. Now, my question is this for about Funimation. Are they going to do what they did with My Hero Academia? You know, when they aired a sub one day and then they're the dub next. I hope that kind of happens there. That they pretty much release the dub for it, like not like within like a day, like after the sub airs in Japan. I hope to God that happens. If not, I'll be fine with it. Though I have watched the entirety of the first 2 seasons of this particular series dubbed. The only thing I still haven't watched yet for this particular series, animation form wise, is the second recap film. I have the third recap film, which is recapping the second season. I have not watched that yet. Apparently it's not available online for some reason. Yeah, I think that was a little bizarre, but yeah. The only thing media wise, I haven't reviewed it aside from, well, whenever next stuff comes out, and of course, well, when the new OVA and new season starts up. Aside from the recap film, it's the live action prequel to the miniseries prequel to the Attack on Titan film called Counter Rocket. I still haven't got a chance to watch that yet. I might watch that in the future, but who the heck knows, okay? But until I see you in my next video, bye.